When I got up this morning, I wanted to go outside and film this video, sit on the back patio, in the lawn chairs, reclining, with a glass of Kool-Aid, and my sunglasses, but it's raining today. And the reason I wanted to do that is this bike is perfect for that kind of vibes. It's for chilling, it's for relaxing, it's for having fun. It's not a competition bike, it's high quality, but it's for fun. So you might recognize this bike as Brianna's old bike. She rode this for the first year that we were riding together before she picked up her new Norco. But now it has a new title. Now it's Lilah's Lowrider. Starting off with the frame, Giant is a great company. They make some of the best aluminum frames out there. The reason for that is, unlike a lot of other companies who just design their bikes and outsource the manufacturing, Giant has their own aluminum factory. They developed this frame entirely from scratch. The geometry on it is designed to be pretty neutral, put you in a good position for doing a little bit of everything. So it's nice and upright to be comfortable, but it's stretched out enough to be fairly stable. Moving on to the gears, it's a 21-speed system from Shimano. The technology in the system's a little bit older, but it's been so well developed for so long, the 21-speed drivetrains are really reliable. The range of gears on it is absolutely crazy, so you can go nice and fast downhill, and you can go uphill pretty easily too. The brakes on this bike are normal V brakes. This is the traditional rim type of brake that's been around for decades. They can be a little finicky to set up, but they give you a good amount of power, and they're really affordable if you need to get replacement parts. Now that I'm behind the bike, let's look at the suspension. So you can see here, the little spring mechanism. On this fork, it's fairly short travel, because the longer the suspension is, the more the bike bobs and wastes energy when you try and pedal. The short travel fork on this bike gives you just enough absorption for bumps, but it's not going to make the bike feel squishy. The last part of the bike that I want to talk about is the tires. These tires from Kenda are great. They're not super expensive, but they give you really good puncture protection. They're wide enough to damp all kinds of vibration and bumps, and they're nice and slick in the center, so they don't slow you down, they don't bump around, they don't vibrate, they don't give you much resistance. So these are great tires for urban cycling. Now, most of this bike is all original. If you go on Giant's website and compare the specs to this, it's about a $500 to $600 bike brand new, and the components, like I said, mostly all original. There's just a few additions we've put on to make the bike a little bit better. First of all, the seat's a little bit more comfortable than the original. The original was a narrow seat, kind of more sport-oriented. This one's wide enough to be a bit more comfortable for a longer ride. We've also added a pump, a bottle cage, a bell, and some slightly softer grips. We're also adding one of these to the bike. This is a saddlebag. That's going to mount just up under there. And inside, it's got basically everything to adjust the bike and make some basic repairs. So in the plastic bag here, we've got another inner tube. If you get a flat, this just goes right into your wheel and you can pump it up and keep riding. Also got a multi-tool. This one was originally all Allen keys, but I've customized it a little bit with the appropriate wrenches for this bike and a screwdriver for making derailleur adjustments. This is a tire lever for helping get that tire off if you get a flat, and we have a set of front and rear lights for riding at night. Now, this bike being for my cousin Lilah, the bike itself's great, but you gotta have an extra level of safety on top of that. Now, normal helmets are perfectly safe. They give you good protection, but cheap basic helmets are heavy, they're not very well ventilated, and they only give you protection from straight impacts. They don't do anything to help with twisting forces as you fall, and they're just uncomfortable. So, for Lilah, we picked out the exact same helmet that Brianna uses. This is the Giro Verce MIPS. It's a nice, lightweight, well-ventilated helmet. It's got lower protection at the back and the visor for mountain biking. And the best part is that little yellow tag in there means it has the MIPS system. That lets the helmet twist around your head as you fall, so it's going to do a lot of protection for your neck in really bad crashes. These helmets are great. So now I'm going to mount up the saddlebag, bring the bike outside, and it'll be ready for pickup.